So I am Dr. Varun Murthy. I am a medical doctor. I am the founder of a vision called Rebuild India Foundation. To rebuild India is my work. And you are all people who are getting trained to rebuild India. So that makes me more happy. I am also a Rotarian. I am a part of Rotary Bangalore South. Rotary is the world's largest service organization. Some of you might be aware of it. You might have seen so many things around your place with the name Rotary, a wheel. All right, you might have seen some blood banks, some eye checkup vans, some hospitals you would have seen somewhere. Lot of social welfare activities we do as a part of Rotary. And Rebuild India is committed to transforming the nation through education. I am a medical doctor myself, and I am the program lead for a Government of Meghalaya initiative called Meghalaya Star 30. I have designed that program and I lead that program. And I am also the advisor in the Academic Excellence Committee of Government of Karnataka for one particular department. I am a medical doctor by qualification, but I am a teacher by choice. I have been training students for the past 23-24 years now. I have trained more than 1.5 lakh students, over 10,000 teachers. I have been an advisor for more than 150 institutions. That's the small brief. Why am I here today? Why am I here today and why am I interacting with all of you? I have come from Bangalore to meet you all for a specific purpose. And my enthusiasm gets amplified because all of you are already people on that journey of becoming leaders. All right. I'll ask you something. All of you are in high school, 8th, 9th, 10th standard. Just tell me your aspirations. How many of you want to become, let's say, engineers? Raise your hands. Your desire. Whatever is your desire, raise your hand if you have a desire to become engineers. Okay. How many of you want to become doctors? Doctors. Oh, looks like there is more desire among people to become doctors. Okay. How many of you want to become lawyers? Lawyers. One. Anybody who wants to pursue defense as your career? How many of you want to get into defense? Army, Navy, Air Force, any of that? So, okay. Anybody who wants to pursue civil services, IAS, IPS? Huh? Good, good. See, this is the age, high school is the time when you have some clarity. Even if you don't know how to do it or whether you are designed or whether you are, you have the aptitude or the possibility of doing something, at this time, by this time, you have some desire, you have some inclination, yes or no? All of you are inclined towards something. Now, remember pay attention to my next question. How many of you have spoken to somebody who has done what you want to do and asked them how to do it? Like those of you who want to become engineers, if you have spoken to people who are already engineers and asked them, what is it that I am supposed to do now so that I become a good engineer? Similarly, with those who want to become doctors, have you gone and met doctors and asked them, what is it that I am supposed to do now so that I can become a doctor? IAS, IPS, defense, lawyer. Have you done it? If you have done it, raise your hand. Oh. I will give you one more information. I'll give you one more information. See, you are all students of ICSE curriculum. ICSE is considered to be a reasonably higher level curriculum in terms of its range, flexibility as well as depth. So, students who are pursuing ICSE curriculum are considered to be reasonably better in terms of their baseline intelligence than rest of the students. Those of you who want to become doctors, you are competing with about 25 lakh students. There are 1.25 lakh medical seats in the country. That means 95% of the people who are preparing to become doctors, giving an exam, will not become one because that is the level of competition. 5% is the success rate. Similar is the situation with engineering entrance exams. Karnataka, there are so many medical colleges, you will get into some. But the premier engineering institutions, you have about 50-60,000 seats. And there are close to 20 lakh people competing for that, if you consider IITs and NITs. There are a few colleges which are called National Law School of India University in various places. That is the premier institution if you want to become a lawyer. About 10 lakh people attempt UPSC civil service exams, which we commonly call IAS, IPS exams, and there will be about 50 to 60 IAS posts in the country every year. So if 10 lakh people are attempting the exam to become IAS officers and there are 50 seats, 50 postings available, how many, what is the proportion? 1 out of 20,000 people will get it. That is the level of competition. So you cannot say that only those people who got it have worked hard or have done the right things. Everybody works hard. Everybody works hard, but it is only a few who get through the stages and achieve what they want to achieve. There is some gap. All right. My entire life has been in guiding students to transform themselves into individuals who can achieve any amount of success. Whatever success they want to achieve, they should be able to achieve. Personally, I was ranked 22 for the state in 10th standard. 168 was my medical entrance exam rank. I have cleared UPSC civil service exams, main exams in 2013. I am a teacher by choice. All right. I am a teacher by choice. I give up everything else and I am a teacher by choice. And that is the reason I am here, because it is only a teacher who can guide a lot of top professionals into various fields of the country. So what is it that we want to do here? This is, see, I told you, Rotary is the world's largest service organization. This, of late, we have shifted focus towards youth empowerment. We want to empower youth across the globe. And my focus as a part of Rotary, as well as the founder of Rebuild India, is to nurture that leadership in India. My focus is India only. Rotary's focus is global. Rotary comes with global expertise, network of leaders and entrepreneurs across the globe, and I come with commitment to my nation. All right, that's a very good combination, no? I am the founder of Rebuild India, and I am the director for youth vocational services in our Rotary Club, Rotary Bangalore South. We have come up with this program called Student Empowerment Program. The idea, the purpose of this program is, next thing. The purpose of this program is to provide an opportunity for students to get nurtured in an ecosystem which will help you get mentorship across stages of life. You have various stages in your life. Now you are in high school, 8th, 9th, 10th, secondary school. Then you go to senior secondary school, 11th and 12th standard. That is a different phase. The focus will not be the same. What is the focus now in senior secondary school will not be the same when you go to senior secondary school. That shifts. Then when you go into your graduation, it can be a 3-year basic sciences or commerce degrees, or it can be a 4 or 5-year or more professional degrees. So 3 to 5 years of undergraduate studies, the focus will be different. But all through, right from your birth to death, you are common to everything you do. Yes or no? You are common to everything you do. So whatever is the stage of life that you are in, working on yourself should be continuous. Yes or no? You should be working on yourself continuously. From time to time, your professional focus shifts. Now you are in high school, your focus is the studies that you are doing. When you go to 11th and 12th, you will shift the focus to 11th and 12th standard studies. Then if you get into MBBS, engineering, law, commerce, whatever, the focus of studying shifts. But my concern is, if you don't keep working on yourself, you will not develop anything stable to pursue in your life. All right? So our program design is designed to help you transform yourself into an individual capable of achieving any success in anything that you choose. You want to become anything that you want, it should be possible. You are the point of focus for us. For us, you are the focus, not what you do. So this program is not linked to any curriculum. We will not teach you subjects. We will not teach you physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, no. We will teach you those things which will help you understand yourself, which will help you transform the potential you have into abilities, abilities into competencies, and competencies are like the weapons that you have to fight the battle of life. If you increase the range of weapons that you have in your armory, you can fight any battle. Our job is to give you those weapons. And where do those weapons come from? It comes from you. It's already there in you. All right? So there are 4 programs that we have designed. There are 4 programs that we have designed. It is a 8 to 10 year mentorship program. But before that, I want to ask you something. There is a difference between an instructor, a teacher, a coach, and a mentor. Do you know the difference? Who is an instructor? Somebody who gives you information. Somebody who gives you information and guidelines on how to do some work. That is an instructor. Who is a teacher? A teacher who, along with giving you information, will help you navigate through that information, will help you handle that information and transform that information into knowledge. An instructor will give you instruction on the information. Teacher will help you transform that information into knowledge. Who is a coach? A coach is somebody who has expertise and understanding of guiding you on a particular path. Like let's say, somebody, if you want to become a doctor, a coach is somebody who understands the medical profession, who understands how a doctor should be, what makes an individual a doctor material as an individual, and also what is it that one needs to do so that they become successful in that path. That is a coach. If I am a teacher who teaches physics, I may not be a coach. I can teach physics, but if I have to be a coach, I need to know the entire ecosystem of medical profession. I need to know how the profession is. Then who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? Somebody who has done what you are wanting to do. If you want to become a doctor can be a mentor for you. A non-doctor who understands everything about the medical profession can be a coach. Somebody who understands the subjects that you have to study to pass the exam to get into an MBBS course can be a teacher. Somebody who can give you information on different resources and materials can be an instructor. Do you have shortage of instructors who will tell you what books to study, which material to study and all that? Do you have a shortage of instructors? No. That is already available, openly available in the internet also. You go and Google, what are the books that I have to study to prepare for NEET? You will get a lot of books. Everybody is telling, no, our material is the best, our teachers are the best, our institution is the best. One rank goes around everywhere. Instructors are there. Do you find teachers who can teach you really well? There are teachers who can teach really well. How many of you have come across coaches? How many of you have come across coaches for whatever you want to do? Those of you who want to become doctors, how many of you have come across people who knows everything about the medical profession and also can guide you on the journey to become a doctor? How many of you have come across coaches? Raise your hands. Gap number 1, that is a foundational gap. How many of you have met your mentors? If you want to become a doctor, who is the doctor that is a mentor for you? Who knows the entire medical profession, plus also knows what you are supposed to do to reach there, and also has the ability to take you there on the path. So somebody who has walked that path, who understands more dimensions to the preparation than just what subjects to study and which books to study from, and also has the ability to guide people on that path, that is mentorship. A lot of people, India is a country with inherent ability to excel. You see, anywhere, in any given ecosystem, in any given environment, it is Indians who will be the top of that place. You keep Indians in this kind of a situation, they will be the toppers. You take Indians and put them in an American system, give them some 2-3 months, they will understand what needs to be done and they will become toppers in the American system also. Right? You look at the multinationals of the world. Who are leading the multinationals of the world? The global business is run by Indians and Chinese. All right? what is lacking in our country, within the education system of our country, is lack of coaches and lack of mentors. Coaches is still able, you will still be able to find coaches. Some very good teachers can become coaches. They can coach you. They can understand the medical ecosystem. They can go talk to doctors. They can go meet hospital owners, institutions, study and understand. But mentorship is lacking grossly in our country. That is the gap we want to fill. That is the gap we want to fill. All right. I will be leading this program. This program has been designed by me, Rotary International, our Rotary Bangalore South, our parent club, and Rebuild India Foundation, both have come together to sponsor this kind of mentorship ecosystem to selected students. All right. Now, 4 stages we look at. We look at 4 stages. Stage 1 is 8th standard to 10th standard. For students in 8th standard to 10th standard, the focus is to train them on a success blueprint. All right. My experimentation has been for more than 3 decades. I have experimented with a lot of things related to individual transformation for more than 3 decades. So I have created a success blueprint. It is a 16-point program, 16 things that you have to do on a daily basis, which will train you and prepare you to become super successful in whatever you do. Irrespective of whatever is your pursuit, you will become super successful. The focus in 8th to 10th standard is to train you on the 16 aspects of the success blueprint. I will tell you what are those aspects also by the end of the session. For 10th standard students exclusively, we want to give you access to some things which will help you do well in your board exams. Some training on time management. How do you manage your studies with the monster in your pocket? Who is that monster in your pocket? Mobile phone. Correct? Have you all watched Kantara? The latest one. Brahma Rakshasa. ಕಾಂತಾರಾದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಗುಹೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಾಸ್ತವದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ನೀವು ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ತಟ್ಟೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಲಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಡಿಮ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೂರ್ತಾನೆ, ಕಡೆಗೆ ದರಿದ್ರ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವಾಶ್ರೂಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಕಮೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಬಂದು. That Brahma Rakshasa is everywhere, and that Brahma Rakshasa has the ability to destroy your life. Don't you think every day that you have to reduce usage of mobile phone? ನೀವು ದಿನ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ವಾ? Parents and teachers might tell you that you are irresponsible and you don't want to study, that is why you are into your phone. But more than what they tell you, will you not be telling yourself that from tomorrow I should not touch this bloody phone? Right? You do that, no? Everybody knows. And this Brahma Rakshasa is not only troubling students, it is troubling elders more. Who is into phone more? You or your parents? Your parents or your grandparents? Grandparents, if they will also be fully indulged in mobile phones. Everybody is indulged in it. So how do we deal with that? With that monster in your life, how do you actually focus on your priority? These are the things that we will be focusing on exclusively for 10th standard students. That is things that specifics, knowledge and skills and practical tips that will help you become capable of tackling board exams. Very specific for that. And when you go into 11th and 12th standard, the focus will shift to training you on becoming capable of tackling your competitive exams. And when you move to 11th and 12th standard, your exams become competitive, irrespective of which branch of study you choose. Yes or no? We don't have to, and we will not teach you your subjects. Again, I have told you before also, our focus is not teaching you the subject, but training you to become capable of tackling competitive exams. If 25 lakh people are attempting NEET and only 1.25 lakh students are getting an MBBS seat, what is it that can make you be in that 1.25 lakhs? Even in that 1.25 lakhs, there are about 45-50,000 government seats, government medical seats. So you have to be in that 50,000. Even in that, 50% is reserved. So if you are a student who doesn't have any reservation, then you have a pool of about 5 to 10,000 seats to fight for. All right. So how do we actually train ourselves to be in that category where we will be able to face competition. Then as you move on to your undergraduate years, focus will shift from competition to leadership development and entrepreneurship development. We want more and more people to become entrepreneurs in our country. Entrepreneurship should be trained. How many people have you come across who would have thought, I want to do some business, and they would have tried it but failed? You will find them in your family only. Your parents might have tried some business and they might have failed. Some of your parents might have become successful. You will have relatives and friends who would have tried doing some business and they fail. Why is this happening? Some people are becoming successful in business. Most of the people are becoming failure in business. Why? Everybody knows doing business is good for their financial status. If business clicks, it will be good. But why most of the people fail? What have they learned to do business? They want to do business. Just because you see some shop is doing business and you think I can also do this, do you think it can be done? It requires a lot of training, lot of learning, lot of understanding, lot of mindset change. All of that is necessary to become successful in business. That is not happening now. A few things that I'll tell you which should be a part of our basic learning, but it is not. And people assume these are the things which they understand by default. Pay attention. There are a few things which has to be a part of basic learning for everybody, but it is not, and most of the people assume that it is by default, which something that they know. What are those things? Knowledge and skills related to health and fitness. Nobody gets that qualified training. Have you been trained in health and fitness? No. But you think you know about health and fitness. People who give you health advice, do they have training on health and fitness? No, but everybody gives you health advice. Everybody tells you what to eat, what not to eat, which one is good for weight loss, which one is good for weight gain. Everybody is a doctor there. Second, mental health. Mental health is important. Everybody feels emotions. Ups and downs are happening. Everybody gives you advice on mental health. Everybody is a counselor. But who is trained on that? Nobody. Number 3, law, legal aspects. Don't you need to have knowledge about the law? So that somebody tries to threaten you, or somebody with power tells you that I will do something by using law. If you are aware of the law, you know how to fight it. You will not be scared. People get courage by understanding the law. Don't you need to have knowledge and understanding about finances, financial matters? How many of you can read a balance sheet? Anybody who can read a balance sheet? If I give you a balance sheet of a company, can you read it and understand it? No. Isn't it important? These are basic things that need to be done. All these things become small parts of what will make you as the basic intellectual and social infrastructure that can make you successful. Are you understanding? Do you understand the gaps? Why some people appear to become successful while you also feel that I am also doing all that, but I am not as successful as that person is? You are seeing what you are doing. I can see in you what I am familiar with. I cannot see in you what I am not familiar with. The eyes cannot see what the mind does not know. So I look at you, I see that I am doing all these things, but why am I not successful as that person is? I cannot look at what I am not. Correct? So look at the progression. This is an 8 to 10 year guidance program which is designed to help a student through all the phases of their preparatory life. I call the age 13 to 30 as preparatory age. Till 13 years of age. Till 13 years of age, you have childhood. You don't have to be focused. You have to play well. You have to work on developing your physical self very well. But 13 to 30 is the formative years for your life. Formative years where you develop as an individual, you get exposed to opportunities, you will use your initial opportunities and position yourself in the society. This is designed to help you through 13 to 23. 10 years of continuous guided progressive mentorship which will help you become super strong individuals capable of achieving anything that you want. And beyond that, beyond 23, we have other ways of engaging you. We have other ways of supporting you and guiding you and helping you in whatever ways required till lifetime. We are working on building ecosystems. We are not working on building small courses. You understand? This is what we are working on. So if you look at the stages, 8th standard to 10th standard, the focus is become strong. Get all the foundations for a great individual, great personal transformation. When you come to 10th standard, get trained on some things which will help you do well in your board exams. Then you move on to +2, orient yourself to competition. Prepare yourself to succeed in competition, because in our country, competition is high for everything. Whatever is valuable has very high competition. 95% of the startups fail within the first 3 years of their incorporation. If today 100 companies are starting, new companies are starting, by the end of 3 years from today, 95 of them will be shut. What you see is one startup becoming a unicorn, a $1 billion company, a few startups which are successful being celebrated. 95% startups are failing. Our ecosystem is designed to help people navigate through those. And they are not doing some new mistakes. The startups who are failing are not doing some new mistakes and failing. People who are failing are repeating the same mistakes and failing. When you have a mentor who has walked the same path, the mentor knows what are the blunders, what are the mistakes. If I can help you avoid the blunders in your journey, I will help you not commit the same mistakes which can be avoided, and committing those mistakes is not necessary for your journey. Do new mistakes. When you do new mistakes which has not been done, do mistakes that I have not done. Why do you have to repeat the same mistake that I have also have done? My mistakes have given me some wisdom. You benefit from that wisdom, move further, do new mistakes, and those new mistakes when solved, when you overcome those mistakes, you have the opportunity to create something new. You understand? This is the ecosystem. And when you move on to your degree, training you strongly on leadership and entrepreneurship so that your professional life beyond that becomes successful. AI, with more and more artificial intelligence coming into the country, coming into the system, people who are top class individuals will have tremendous opportunities. Mediocre people will be equal to machines. That is the reality. Now, through this program, we want to nurture and train thousands and lakhs of individuals who will become top class individuals, who will not only work for their own welfare, but contribute tremendously to the progress of the nation. I have a single point agenda: national progress. For me, development of my nation is the only agenda. And how can that happen? We are the youngest country in the world in terms of demography. More than 50-60% of our population is less than 35 years of age. How do we use that? This is great strength of our population. Now, only when this population becomes super competent, India will become a global leader. We cannot become the call center of the world. We cannot become the customer service center of the world. We have to become the innovation center of the world. We have to become the creative center of the world. We have to become the leadership source for the world. And how can that happen if population is not transformed? All right? This is the program. And this program, 8 to 10 years of guidance program, is being implemented in few stages. This is the stage 1, where we are aligning with good institutions. We are encouraging good institutions to partner with this mission. And institutions which partner with this mission, who say that we are with this vision, students of those institutions will be offered this 8 to 10 year mentorship ecosystem at zero cost. There is no cost involved for any of the students who want to utilize this from supporting institutions. Now, your school is a supporting institution. They want to be a part of this vision. So, students of this school will not have to pay anything for the entire duration of 10 years. So, whatever we create, we are creating an LMS, learning management system, where all this will be designed into modules and courses will be designed and it will be positioned, and you will get access to all of that at no cost. All right? Phase 2, when we expand, when we have the number of institutions and number of students which we are capable of sponsoring. All right? Do you understand the overall structure of this program? There are 3 stages. There are 3 things that one has to do to become a part of this program. Apply, So application, it is not compulsory for anybody like your NCC. Like similar to NCC, it is what we are offering is not compulsory. You can choose not to take it. You can choose not to enroll for this program. It's absolutely fine. We don't want everybody to be a part of the program. We want only those people who see the value of what is being provided, who see the value of coaching and mentorship and want to benefit from that ecosystem approach should apply. Once you apply, we will give the application forms to those who want to apply for the program. Second stage is assessment will happen. That is, we will go through the information and we will check for our office will check for the correctness of the information. And once we validate that, approval of that will be done and you will get access to all the courses on the dedicated platform that we are creating. It will not be an exclusive online platform. Because we are trying to reach out to a large number of students, continuously there will be monitoring of which student is progressing with more dedication. Those who are progressing with more dedication, it's like a game. Those who complete a certain level of learning will get access to certain more level of training. So eventually, our objective is to give one-to-one mentorship for students. Based on your career aspirations, let's say somebody wants to become an IAS officer, that IAS aspirant student will have an IAS officer as a mentor. Not everybody who has a fantasy of becoming an IAS officer. How do we qualify? Somebody should qualify to get the IAS officer's mentorship, no? There are different levels where we will validate whether you should be given the mentorship now. So at some stage, all the committed students will start getting mentors in their chosen field of aspiration. So you want to become a lawyer becomes a mentor. You want to become a doctor is a mentor. You want to become a chartered accountant becomes the mentor. They will not be available to chat and talk and message and say good morning, good night. They will be available for you from time to time to get guidance. Whenever you are stuck, instead of assuming what should be the solution, you will talk to the mentor and share. This is what I am going through. What do I do? The mentor will tell you, do this, that's all. Even a 20-minute call, telephonic call, in a month is more valuable. That is the power of mentorship. Okay? Now, before I conclude, everything is vast. Each one is like one different course. Each point that I have told is like one different course in a college. I will just give you the outline of what are the 16 points that we will be training students in the secondary school. Okay? I'll just write it here. See, there are four dimensions that we will be training students on. The first dimension is routine. The second one is academics. Third one is personal development. Fourth one is exam performance. Exam performance. There are four aspects. You have to work on making your routine very stable. Somebody with a good routine is disciplined. Somebody with a good routine has a lot of time to do everything that he or she wants to do. If your routine is not proper, you will not have time for even the basic things. So people who tell me, sir, I don't have time, are the people who don't know how to use time, not people who are doing more work. Understand that? So that is the routine. And academics, you're all doing well in academics, you're all doing so very good. But do you actually know what to do? At this stage, do you have classes every day? Do you have teachers for every subject? Do they teach all the chapters? Do they complete the syllabus? Do they give notes? Do they tell you what mistakes you are doing and guide you on improving those? Very soon, there will be nobody to do any of this. When you get into graduation, what you have to do is a lot, but there is nobody to teach you. Then can you learn? That preparation needs to happen now in the high school. So what are the things? These are the four dimensions, and the 16 points that we will be training students on will be this. In routine, food, yoga, sports. So these two together are called activities. Sleep, gadgets, gadget management. And the last one is priority focus. What do you mean by priority focus? See, each of this you recognize, no? You recognize what is food. 70% of your immunity is gut dependent. Do you know that? 70% of your immunity is gut dependent. Your intestines will decide how strong is your immunity. You might have heard, you become what you eat. You are what you eat. You might have come across those sayings. How many people understand food and use food for their progress? People will use food for their entertainment, that's all. Correct, no? If you understand food, every garbage will not get into your mouth. You know what is garbage and it still gets into your mouth because willingly, happily by paying money, because you don't understand food. So these are the 6 aspects of routine that we will be training you on. In academics, there are 5 aspects. Only those who master these 5 aspects will have a great academic career. Otherwise, irrespective of whether you are a 90% student, 95% student, 65% student, your education will stop somewhere. You will not be able to achieve your full academic potential if you don't know these 5 things. Number 1, how to learn. All right? How to learn. You know what to learn. You have your textbooks, that is what to learn. How to learn. If I give you a book of 1000 pages, if somebody is a good learner, I give you a book of 1000 pages and I tell you I give you 1 week's time. You should be able to learn it. You should be able to note it down, make notes. You should be able to have key things that you can revise, and you should be able to get ready to take an assessment. That is a good learner. Now, if nobody teaches you, can you learn? If tomorrow your institution tells you there will be no teachers for any subject, you will come in the morning, till evening you will sit and study by yourselves, and when the exam comes, you will write the exam. What will you do? You will go back home and tell your parents, please change my school. But that is what will happen very soon. When you get into your degree, especially if you get into MBBS, there is nobody to teach. State board, CBSE, ICSE, doesn't matter. Your MBBS curriculum will be much bigger than any of these. Only those who have learnt how to learn will be able to survive and thrive. Otherwise, they will fall. Next, how to make notes. Now, do you make your own notes or teachers give you the notes? You play all your practice matches on the street, and suddenly tomorrow you have to play an international match in the stadium. Can you say, I have played all my life, I will do well here also? Is it possible? Third thing that you have to understand is how to revise, revision. Whatever you learn today, let's say I am teaching you something, these things, no? I am telling this. Today evening, if I ask you, most of you will be able to recall all of this. Within 7 to 10 days, 50 to 60% of what you have learned today will be forgotten. You give another week, 2 weeks, 80 to 90% is forgotten. And give a month's time, almost everything is forgotten. That is why when you start revising before your exams, you will sometimes have a doubt whether this chapter is completed or not. Does it happen? And to save ourselves from that, what teachers do, they have given you notes, no? You look at the notes. Who wrote this? All right, looks like my handwriting. Then inference is, probably the chapter is completed. I have forgotten everything. Do you know? Good revision is, you revise everything you learn, within a frequency of 7 to 10 days for about 8 to 10 times. That is revision. If you learn something today, you have to revise that within 7 to 10 days, and you should do it like that almost 8 to 10 times. Then it gets consolidated in your mind. That is the booster dose, like vaccination. Getting to know for the first time is like first dose of the vaccine. 8 to 10 booster doses are required with 7 to 10 days as the frequency. Have you ever done that in your life for anything that you have learnt? Your revision is before the exam, no? Until then it is learning, continuous learning for a period, then you call it revision. That is not revision, that is relearning. So, you need to learn how to revise. Next, other than the tests and exams that your teachers give you, do you have your own way of identifying whether you are progressing or not? Do you have your own assessment methods? Assessment is the next one. And the last one is post-assessment learning. What you do after the test is more important than what you do before the test. But what you do generally, if tomorrow is a test, yesterday and today will be the cramming for tomorrow's test. And after the test, you throw that question paper, prepare for the next test. Last. You should spend time on the paper that you have attempted for a significant period so that you benefit from that test. What you do after the test is your real learning opportunity, not what you do before the test. I can go on 6 hours a day for 30 days continuously on that point. But just know that these are the 5 things related to academics that you have to master before you complete 10th standard. Then you have the possibility of being in that top 20,000 of the 25 lakh people. Alright? So 11 points done. Then the next 3 points are related to personal development. You will get opportunities based on who you are and not how many degrees you have. Who you are is determined by 3 things. Your habits, your attitudes, and your mindset. Habits, attitudes, mindset. If you don't understand these 3 things and if you don't work on developing positive habits, attitudes and mindset, you will not get opportunities. Big opportunities will not come. I can give you 1,000 examples where people have been toppers throughout their academic life but working continuously for long periods in lower levels in their profession. I can show you more examples where people have been failures in their academic life but have got great opportunities at leadership and various positions. The last 2 are the ones which will help you tackle exams. Those last 2 things are action plan for preparation. Your preparation should be done with an action plan. Not randomly, suddenly you take something, you do that. No, you need to have an action plan. What are the phases? In which phase, what is it that I need to do? How do you develop? Have you made your own action plan other than the timetable that you keep making and keep repeating it again and again? Timetables, how do the timetables go? Suddenly you make some timetable. 2 days you will follow. 3rd day you will not follow. 4th day you will feel bad about it. 5th day you will feel sad about it. 6th day you will feel angry about it. 7th day you will go into a mini depression. 8th day you go into self-criticism. Then suddenly you wake up and it is 3 months. Repeat cycle. Again you do same thing. Wake up one day after 3 months. Then again make another timetable. Follow it for 2 days. 3rd day don't follow. 4th day feel bad. 5th day feel sad. 7th day get angry. 8th day mini depression. Then suddenly you are lost. Wake up after 3 months. And that is the time you realize your final exam timetable has come. Isn't that what is happening? That is not what I mean by an action plan. Action plan is something which is scientific, which you can work through and you understand how you have to navigate and you will follow it 100%. Action plans are guidelines that you can follow. You need to learn that. Now you can learn. Later, nobody is there to teach you. And even if you start learning, let's say you start learning when you get into MBBS, the pace of what you have to learn is so much that you don't have time to consolidate these abilities. It has to be done in secondary school. You understand? And the last point, 16th point is strategy to tackle the exam. It is like, however good a batsman you are, how you should bat should be dependent on, will be dependent on who are the bowlers. You will not say, I am Virendra Sehwag, whoever is the bowler, I'll beat him, I'll hit him. Virendra Sehwag did that only. That is why Virendra Sehwag could not become Tendulkar. Tendulkar, super talented, god of cricket, but Tendulkar, strategic. He knows which bowler to respect, who should not be gone after. If somebody is a bowler like our Bumrah, and the batsman thinks, Bumrah is not letting me score, I will hit all 6 balls for 6. Bumrah will put all 6 Yorkers. You miss for a fraction of a second, you are gone. So you should know as a batsman, if the bowler is Bumrah, you should be Dravid. Defend. That is strategy. Every exam is like that. You should know how to tackle the exam strategically. It is not about how much you read. It is about how strategic you are in your preparation and in your approach to tackle the exam. These are the 16 points. These are not some small random, I know it too kind of snippets. These are all extremely powerful, practical plans which you can follow, which you practice, and you develop these abilities. All these are abilities. You work on developing 16 abilities that can lay the solid foundation for you to become super successful in whatever you do. That is what we will be training students when they are in 8th to 10th standard. Now this I call it as the foundation course. This is the foundation program. Now think about what will be the leadership and entrepreneurship programs. So what you are being given access to is world-class training modules developed specifically to suit Indian context, modified to nurture students from younger ages till they become pre-employment stage, till they become ready for employment, and oriented towards bringing about a massive national development. This kind of a structured system has not been created often globally. All right. So all my 30+ years of experimental experience, my 4+ decades of existence on this planet, Rotary's expertise, the network that we have created with Rotary and my network of nationalists, all of this comes together as a small packaged courses, online, offline, hybrid. All right. This is what we intend to offer you. Whoever is willing to be a part of this initiative will have to apply for it.